All right, welcome on in, everyone. My name is Coach Christian, and we also have Coach Heather with us today, and we have an awesome Coach Care Connect virtual workout for you today. We're going to get warmed up, and then we have some supersets that we're going to go EMOM today. So every minute on the minute, we're going to start a set. I'll tell you a little bit more about that as we get into it. But let's start with our warm-up. As always, let's get down into our Spider-Man with rotation. So Heather's going to bring it down to the high plank position, hop one foot outside that hand, and then open up towards that foot and reach up for the sky there. Now follow the hand with the eyes, open up the chest, keep the hips nice and low, and try to keep that back leg long. That's going to give you a nice little stretch in the lower body there as well. When you hit your 5 on one side, let's switch it over to the other side. Boom, hit your 5 over there. When you're done with this one, we could roll it over to the back. We're going to do some dead bugs next. Good. So, perfect. Heather's done with her 10 total reps, 5 on each side. Dead bugs. This one's a little bit different here. What we're going to do, hands are going to be right above the shoulders, knees are going to be right above the hips, and then we're going to extend opposite arm, opposite leg. So right arm, left leg extends, the other two limbs stay nice and stable, and then right back into that center point. We alternate sides on this one, so 10 total reps for 5 on each side. As you can see, Heather does a really good job of keeping her core nice and tight. The lower back doesn't lift up off the ground at all as she's extending because she's got everything squeezed in the core here. So knock out your 10 total reps there. Take some time. Don't rush through this one. And then when you're done, you can bring it up to the feet. Good, good. So dead bugs getting the core turned on and ready to go for today. Third warm-up exercise, we are going to get into some squats. 15 total reps, getting nice and deep into it. Start the movement by pushing the hips back. You want your feet about shoulder width apart. And then keep that chest nice and tall with the weight in the heels again. So perfect, 15 total reps there. And then stay up on the feet. We'll hit some hops to finish up our warm-up before we get right up into our first superset of the day. Equipment today, a kettlebell will be perfect. If you got a dumbbell, we can make that work as well, but we will be using a kettlebell and make it one kettlebell work for everything today. Next one, Z hops. Heather's getting right into it here. Feet together, we make the Z with the feet as we hop. 20 total hops there, and that's going to get the heart rate up and ready to roll for our supersets today. Perfect. So again, hopping in the Z, you got to go forward a little bit, make that Z, hop it back. 20 total jumps there. All right, so let's start demoing our first superset of the day. So what's gonna happen here? Every minute, at the start of every minute, you're gonna have one set. One superset today looks like 5 deadlifts and 5 front squats for this first round. So minute 1 starts, you hit your 5 and 5. The rest of the minute is yours to recover. So perfect. Heather's got that hands on the kettlebell here. We're hinging at the hip. We're bringing down that low back. It stays nice and flat. She's got that soft bend in the knees to keep the tension in the hamstrings there. And she's going to knock out 5 reps. Quick transition up into a front squat into that goblet position, and we knock out 5 front squats right there. You can do the same thing with a dumbbell. You just hold the top of the dumbbell, and the same thing as you come up into the goblet position. So we're going to have a 5-minute timer. It's going to start at the start of each minute. You have to knock out 10 total reps, 5 deadlifts, 5 front squats, and we're going to do that for 5 minutes. Then we have a new superset that we're going to introduce to you after that. So we'll do 3 different supersets. They're all 5 minutes long with that same format. So get yourself set up. We'll go in about 20 seconds here. Deadlifts and front squats. So this is a pretty heavy one. If you got that heavy weight, definitely grab that. I'm going to get the timer ready, and we are going to take off with this one. 10 seconds, and we're going to do it, team. So again, starting out with our 5 deadlifts, 5 front squats. The rest of the minute is yours to rest. 3, 2, 1, let's go. So our 5-minute EMOM starts right here. You're going to get your 5 deadlifts, get them done really quick. Stay tight, controlled reps. And then when you're done with your 5, that power rep, I love that. That's a little bonus. We go into the front squats. We get nice and deep. You take your time, keeping the chest nice and tall. And when you're done with your 5, you have the rest of the minute here to rest. So we are about 30 seconds in. That means you got about 30 seconds to rest. So perfect. The harder you work in that round, the more quality reps you get, the more time you get to recover for that next round. So in 20 seconds, when we hit the 4-minute mark, that's when we're going to go 5 more deadlifts, 5 more front squats. So you got 15 seconds to get yourself ready. Take drinks of water as needed, take breaks as needed. But when we start that minute, try to get these reps in without taking that break. 5 seconds. So here we go. Minute number 2, 3, 2, 1. Let's do it. Good. Hit your 5 deadlifts, hinge, keep some tension in those hamstrings, find your end range of motion. If you start to feel that back round a little bit, then we stop right there and come back up to the top. We always want to keep you in a safe position, because if you're not safe, you can't work out anymore because you probably get hurt. And that is not how we get to our goals, right? Really good with that squat. That weight tries to pull you forward. You got to sit back into the heels, keep that chest nice and tall, and fight that gravity from the weight pulling you forward there. Perfect. 30 down, 30 seconds to go in the minute. We got 2 down here. I love it. Now, let's start talking about how we can make it a little bit more challenging for you if you need to. For the deadlifts, maybe you want to take 3 seconds down, a little pause at the bottom. I would love that. For the squats, you can always take a pause at the bottom there, or do some eccentric reps. That means slow and controlled on the way down. Maybe take 3 seconds. Got lots of time in your minute. We're going to go again in 5 seconds, though. 3, 2, 1. Another minute. Let's do it. Good. So hit those 5 deadlifts. Slow, controlled reps. Taking your time. Turning on that posterior chain. 5 reps there. 5 reps in your front squat. Good. Now that last rep, get a little bit of power in there. Get that thing up to the goblet position. Good. Be intentional with every rep here as well. Take your time. Give me everything you got. Perfect. All right, you are halfway through the minute, though. Keep working. If you're not quite done with those 10 reps, that's perfectly fine. We can take our time. You can work throughout the entire minute. You just got to keep going when that next minute starts. We will have a break in between our circuits today, or in between our supersets as well. So we got 2 more rounds of this, and then we'll take a break to set up that next superset. So that break is coming as well. 10 seconds here, and we'll go into round number 4 already. Round number 4. 4th time through of 5. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Let's hit those 5 deadlifts, 5 front squats. Good, perfect. Hinging. So I like to keep the shoulders rolled back on this one. Roll them back, and then we hinge. That helps you keep that nice flat back as you get down, and then pull those hips forward to get back up to that standing position. Good. 5 deadlifts down. We go into our 5 front squats. Good, good. Keep that chest tall. Keep sinking the weight back into the heels. Very nice. Should be able to wiggle those toes a little bit at the bottom if you needed to. Now, you shouldn't need to ever, but that's where the weight is. You can. 25 seconds here until we start our last minute of this superset already. One more time through, 5 more deadlifts, 5 more front squats, then we move into 2 new exercises for our next 5-minute EMOM. So getting ready for that. We got about 12 seconds before we start that last minute. So here we go. All right, 5 seconds. Deadlifts, let's hit them. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Last time that we're really going to use that posterior chain today. We have some quad Superman tucks that we're going to hit in our last superset, but this is the last time we really get to use those as the prime mover in our movement. There we go, right up into those front squats. Still got 45 seconds left, so use that time going after it here, working hard. There we go. Now, again, I gave you some different options. If you're still doing those and going a little bit slower, that is perfectly fine. Heather's done with 30 seconds left. Perfect. If you're done with 20 seconds left, perfect. If you're done with 50 seconds left, maybe we need to talk about going a little bit slower, but still, it'll be just fine. It'll be just fine. You still got 20 seconds to finish up here, team, in that first EMOM of the day before we get 2 new moves at you here. So if you are finishing up those reps, absolutely do so. If you're done with your reps, use it for recovery before we get into that next demo. Good. So our EMOM technically is done in 3, 2, 1. There's our 5 minutes. Let's get into 2 new moves. All right, so superset number 2. 2 new moves. Our first one is going to be a 3-point row. So 3-point row, that means we are going to support that front leg. So we're going to get into that split position. We want to put a little bit of weight on that, and that's going to support our chest. So as we pull back, lean on that front leg so your shoulders aren't moving, and then we drive that elbow back actively, keeping our chest nice and stable to really isolate our back. This one, it's going to be 5 3-point rows on both sides. So you have 10 total reps, and then we're going to go into a Kettlebell Halo or Dumbbell Halo, depending on what you're using today. But our Kettlebell Halo, you want to keep that thing as tight to the temple as you can, and then it's 2 reps each way on this one. So there's 1 for Heather. She goes around 1 more time. Boom, there's 2, and then we go 2 the other way. So it's going to be 5 2-point rows on each side and 2 kettlebell halos on each side. Again, we have that EMOM going here, so it's going to be Every minute you start that rep, and it's going to be, let's see, 14 total reps here. So 10 total 3-point rows and 4 total kettlebell halos, 5 on each side, 2 on each side there. Now, you got about 20 seconds till we start this next superset. Again, it's an EMOM, so we're going to start strong. You use the rest of the minute to recover, to rest, before we get to that next minute. So I'm going to get the timer going one more time. We got 10 seconds, starting out with that 3-point row here, 5 on each side. So lean on that front leg a little bit, put some weight on it, and drive that elbow back in 3, 2, 1, let's go. Good, so knock out your 5. We're not in a hurry with these. You've got a lot of time in the minute. You'll have some time to recover at the end. Don't worry about that. Now, where you can save yourself some time is the transitions. Don't hurry your reps, hurry the transitions. Get right into that other side. Get right into your halos when you're done with your 10th rep. Good, good. Finish those, and then right up into it. Again, it's 2 each way. 2 each way. This one will take a little bit longer, probably, than the first superset. So you're going to have a little bit less time to recover in between, but we will be just fine here. Heather's finishing up her set here, and we still have 20 seconds left in the round. So still got 20 seconds to rest before we start that next minute. So perfect. Feeling good, feeling good. Back to the 3-point rows, though, in 10 seconds. 5 on each side. Coming at you again. Here we go. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Second minute. Let's do it. There we go. Driving the elbow back again. Get that thing all the way back there. As far as you can. The more range of motion you have on that one, the more you isolate your back. When you get your 5, you switch sides. Good. There we go. And then again, transition right into that kettlebell halo. You got 2 each way there. Now, with the halos too, you don't want to go too fast. If you go too fast, you don't get a whole lot out of them. You want to find a nice, easy tempo, just like Heather's got going here, where you're in control, you're controlling the weight, it's not controlling you, and you're getting some quality reps. So boom, there we go. 20 seconds to go, just under that before we start our next minute. So shake the arms out as you need. It's a pretty upper body heavy superset here, and then we'll go into almost like a core and upper body superset to finish as well. 5 seconds before we go back into our rows. 3, 2, 1, let's do it. Good stable chest, leaning on that front leg, putting some weight on her. There it is. Very, very nice. Hit your 5. We quickly transition. Heather's got that little spin transition down now. Perfect, perfect. After your 5, we're right back into the halos. Again, keep that kettlebell nice and tight to the temple. You don't want a lot of space in there. You obviously don't want to hit your head with the kettlebell. That doesn't feel good. But keep it as close as you can without hitting it. If you got a big head, you got more distance to travel. But you probably got more brain in there, so you win in the long run. Just kidding. 20 seconds, 20 seconds. But 2 more minutes, 2 more times. We're going to go through that. You got 3 down, so you're feeling good. Hopefully like you should. 10 seconds, and we'll go back into those rows. Last time we get to target the back a lot here, so let's go after it. In 3, 2, 1, let's go. 2 more minutes here, starting at the top of our EMOM. Then we got one more EMOM with 2 new moves. We'll go through that same format one more time. Again, we got some push-ups that we'll go into as well with our quad Superman tucks. Be a good little combo to finish us off today. 5 on one side down, going into the other side. Again, you can always add holds. You can add slowing it down, add that eccentric part of the movement. Boom, right into the halos. Now, notice when Heather does her halos too, her body's not rocking back and forth. There's not a lot of that extra movement. Everything's still tight, so she's still got a little bit of an athletic stance. Feet are about under the shoulders, her knees just softly bent as she's doing that one. She's absorbing some of the external forces that are being put on just by moving the center of gravity around there. So she does a really good job of bracing herself, and that's exactly what we want to do here in our last minute as well. We got 6 seconds before we hit our last minute, so let's knock it out. Last time, 3, 2, 1, let's do it. Now, take some time here. You have a longer rest in between our next supersets as well as we demo, so maybe add a little hold as you hit those last reps. Add a eccentric 3-second on the way down rep or 2. It won't hurt you. It'll do good things in the long run. Here we go. Good. When you hit your 5 on each side, again, we're into the halos for the last time, your slowest halos of the day. There we go. Really good, really good. Now, you still got about 25 seconds left before we even start the demo, so take some time. If you're done with the halos, breathe, grab a drink of water, do what you got to do. But we got 15 seconds here in our second EMOM left here. Good. Now, if you are done, again, this is a little extra time to recover. If you're finishing up those last couple reps, way to go. Way to slow it down in that last round. But here we go. 3, 2, and 1. There's our 5 minutes right there. Superset number 3. We're going to go 2 new moves. One that we've done in our warm-up before. So if you've taken past Coach Care Connect virtual workouts, you've seen this one. Our quad Superman tuck. So we did dead bugs in the warm-up. This is like the inverted version of a dead bug. We're going to be in the on the hands and knees here. Knees are right under the hips, hands are under the shoulders, opposite arm, opposite leg extends, and then we bring it back in. It's 5 on that side before we switch to 5 on the other side. So boom, we hit our 5, we extend. You notice that straight line from Heather's hand all the way to that back heel. So she extends, it's in that good position, pushing the hand away, pushing the heel back. 5 on each side right there. Second movement, we're going to transition into the easy push-ups. It's a quick transition. That's where the easy word came from in that one. And then we're going to go into 5. If you need to take it from the knees, that's perfectly fine. If you need to take it from the toes, that's perfectly fine. Figure out what works for you this round and knock out your 5 push-ups and your 5 quad Superman tucks. Now, you got 18 seconds here until we get started, so take a second, breathe, get ready for your quad Superman tucks. We got 5 rounds of them, our last 5-minute EMOM of the day. Let's do it here, team. 6 seconds. Quad Superman tucks, 5 on each side. 3, 2, 1. Let's do it. Good. Extend. Bring it in. Looking solid. Good. When you hit your 5 on one side, we switch it right over to the other side. Now think about the core. Make easy movements with the core. Seam hard by squeezing, by embracing the core. I say this one a lot, but it's like someone's about to punch you in the stomach, right? That's that squeeze of the core that you want. You can see it coming. So you brace, you squeeze, and that's what we're looking for. Good. Hit your 5 push-ups when you're done. You still got 30 seconds. So if you're finishing up like Heather here, you got 30 seconds to rest, 30 seconds to shake the arms out a little bit, to do what you need to do to get ready for those next 4 minutes. So way to go. Feeling good? I love it. I love it. 15 seconds though, and we'll get into round number 2. Quad Superman tuck again this round. Make it seem hard. It might not be hard if you're just doing body weight, and that's perfectly fine. But squeeze your core to make it seem hard. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Good. When I do these, I'm squeezing my core so hard that my arms start to shake a little bit. So really create that tension internally, and that's where you're going to get some really, really good corrective core work here. Good. Very good, Heather. Good. So again, that heel all the way pushed back, the hand all the way forward to create that straight line, and then it's 5 push-ups. Maybe you're feeling good and you want to add some clap push-ups, some clap behind the back or something. That's just an option, Good. 25 seconds before we start that next minute here, team. I love it. Superman tucks and push-ups. 2 rounds down, you got 3 to go. These are our last 2 movements of the day as well. You got recovery on the other side of this, so we're pushing hard. You know that end is in sight. You got 8 seconds before we start minute number 3. Quad Superman's tucks to start. 3, 2, 1. Let's do it. Good, very good. After you hit your 5, we switch it up. Perfect. As you extend too, think about squeezing the glute. Turn that glute on as well. Always a little glute activation. Never hurt anyone there. Right into your high plank for the push-ups. Again, you can take it from the knees. You can take it from the toes. One option that I really like, if you're somewhere kind of in between the knees and the toes, you can do a couple reps on the toes before you need to switch it to the knees. One thing that I like to do is going down on the toes, up on the knees. It's a really good option for kind of those in-between people. It'll build you up a little bit, and it'll end up making you a little bit stronger and make it easier to do the push-ups from the toes in the long run. So, again, just an option if you're ever struggling with push-ups, down on the toes, up on the knees. 8 seconds here, and we'll start our 4th superset. We got 2 more here, 2 more minutes of work. Let's do it. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Quad Superman tuck. Good, extending, looking solid. Still feeling good, hopefully, as you extend. You might start to feel some of those smaller core muscles that you use in in a quad Superman tuck, and that's good. That's what we're looking for today. You're still trying to internally create that tension as well. All right. Good, good, good. So knocking out those push-ups. You know when you're done with those 5, you only have 5 more today. 5 more. Getting down there, right? Perfect. Still got about 22 seconds here until we hit our last minute of the day. Last time we got to hit this EMOM. One more set of quad Superman tucks and push-ups. Let's make them your best of the day. Last round, best round, right? So 12 seconds. Do whatever you got to do here. And then we will stretch you guys out and get you out of here before the rest of your day. 3, 2, 1. Let's do it. Opposite arm, opposite leg, looking solid. 5 on each side there, 5 push-ups, and that's your work today, team. So let's finish strong. Very, very good. Now let's see some flair in the last push-ups, right? Maybe you want to add the clap, not behind the back, don't do that. But maybe you want to add a little power, try to get some air underneath the hands. Maybe you want to do whatever you got to do. Maybe you want to just do a couple burpees. I don't know, that'd be a pretty crazy thing to do. But you got 30 seconds to finish up your exercise for the day. Very, very good. Now, if you are done, this is your time to recover. Take a second before we start that stretch. We got about 15 seconds just over that until we start there. But way to work today, team. If you are done, great job. If you're finishing up, finish up those last couple reps, and then great job. Because we always finish, right? Good, good. Now, we are going to bring it down to the ground for our stretches as well. So in 3, 2, 1, there is the official end of our EMOM. Let's bring it down for a couch rocker stretch. We're going to go onto one knee, hand on the hips for this one. And then we push those hips forward as you lean back with the upper body just a little bit. The hips come forward. We'll try to keep that nice proud chest. We'll hit about 30 seconds on each side here. Taking some time for the hip flexors today. Good. All right. And then in 3, 2, 1, let's switch sides. Kind of even them out now. So again, the hands on the hips, push those hips forward, keep that nice proud chest, straight upright. Very good. Good, good. All right, so make sure we're starting the recovery process like always. Getting some extra sleep is always good. Hydration and eating the right foods, drinking lots of water to keep you hydrated all day. It's not just like slam a glass of water in the morning and you're good for the rest of the day. I think some people, they like to think that, but it's not really how it works. Got to keep continually drinking water throughout the entire day. Let's bring it down to the butterfly next. Heels together. We're going to keep that chest nice and proud. Don't even need to push the knees down with the elbows. You can do that with your knees if you keep that chest proud enough. Good, so hold that position for a minute here. Take some time. Hit any other stretches that you may need to today as well. So take some time after we're done with this one. Take 5 minutes, stretch it out, spend some time in those positions that make you feel good. Some of the more uncomfortable stretches that don't make you feel so good but make you feel good tomorrow. Those are also part of it. But that's what we're going to have for you guys today. Thank you all so much for coming out and joining us today. Again, my name is Coach Christian. We have Coach Heather with us today as well, and we can't thank you enough for coming out and spending the best or worst 30 minutes of your day with us. Either way, you got it done, and that's what really matters. So thank you guys for that, and we will see you next time.